What's up? It's me again. I know I've just shown you the E36, but today we are not gonna work on this. But I have a lot of stuff coming up for that, especially in this little box down here, but that's for another time. Today it's about the bike, because I'm going on a road trip in about 2 weeks, and I have to do some stuff to the bike to make it more comfortable and more easy. So I bought some stuff that's all around here. We'll get to that later. But I also bought this right here. And that's for me to charge up my phone while driving. Pretty useful, especially when you're on a long drive and don't have navigation on you. So I'm gonna really need that. And now we are trying to think about how to install it. Here's the battery, so we're gonna obviously have to connect it to this, and then we're gonna probably put the connector into this little box here, which was used for the onboard tools, and then I'm gonna run like just a weatherproof USB-C cable from here somewhere through the underside of the tank to the
12 seconds later.
Okay, I don't know what steering, like what this thing is called in English. The thing you steer with. Yeah, because my phone is gonna be connected to the brake fluid canister. So it's gonna sit up here somewhere. And then I'm gonna run the cable like down here with the other cables that are going to the lights and to the tachometer. And then we're gonna have to connect it up here somewhere. So that should be easy and like have a little bit of play in it, so it can move around. And since I don't have like a tube steering rack, I can't connect this thing to my handlebar. Yeah, that's it, handlebar. Yeah, I can't connect it to the handlebar because I don't have the tube handlebar. I have the race one with the tilted grips. So yeah, I'm gonna have to connect it down there and then mount my phone up here, and then I should be able to have navigation through the drive without having to worry about my phone running out of battery and overheating, because obviously it's gonna get cooled because it's just like sitting in the wind, which is pretty handy. Because last time I had like the tank bag on here, and then had the phone sitting inside of the tank bag, and it overheated like every 5 minutes, so it wasn't really useful. Yeah, so that's the mission for today. As you can see, we already removed the seat and some plastic parts, and yeah, now we're gonna figure out how to mount this thing in here. Probably gonna drill like holes in here and then mount it to this, so it's actually like fixated and it doesn't move around while driving. And yeah, then we're gonna test if my phone actually charges with that. So yeah, today will only be about the bike, but I think it's still gonna be interesting. And yeah, so be prepared for the more bike stuff coming up as soon as the tour actually starts and we're gonna drive the bike. And I have some solution of filming that, so stay tuned.
Und dann gehen wir einmal hier rein, durch das Loch durch, außen rum,
und wieder raus.
so übers Kreuz und das gleiche so rum.
Ja, das hört sich gut an.
Ja.
Jetzt muss ich nur...
Du hast keine Schrauben, nichts, und das auch gleich wieder abzwickt. Hier kommt das Ding so hoch, entweder mit Montieren ein bisschen schief, also nicht parallel zur Kante, dass es hier so hoch geht.
Geil. Motorrad ist einfach geil, weil alles so simpel ist.
Das müsste eigentlich gehen, aber so drillst du halt hier durch den Halter durch. Den Halter tauschen, ja. Oder das ist was zum Einhaken.
Ja, das brauche ich nur, wie ich Bordwerkzeug habe, weil da kommt der Riemen drauf, das Bordwerkzeug dahin.
Ja,
aber wenn es richtig schnell ist, dann brauche ich das noch.
Ja, aber das schminkt, ne? Und wir bohren es halt irgendwie hier
Erzähl mir nicht, dass das leer ist. Och nee.
Shit's empty. Ist da nicht ein Ersatzakku dabei? Der liegt da auch noch daneben.
Ich weiß nicht, ob der glaubt.
Safe. Alhamdulillah. Ich bin einfach kein Muslim.
Das hätte ich auch vorher sagen. We got some power tools in this.
Ah, wir hätten sogar noch die Kabelbiele. Ah, nach sowas habe ich gesucht. Ja, du sollst ja nicht irgendwo reinbohren. Hast du das angezeichnet oder so?
In meinem Kopf schon.
Wenn wir das hier weiter reinsetzen, dann können wir hier clean Löcher bohren.
Ja.
Dann machen wir uns jetzt eine Bohrschablone oder wir machen einfach so.
Ich bohre jetzt einfach mit dem Bohren, mit dem Bit hier dran vorbei.
Nein.
Warum nicht?
Why isn't it possible? It's just not. Why not, you stupid bastard?
Also, der,
Ja.
der,
Ja.
der und der.
Ja, ja. Der knallt dieses Mal rein.
Knallt es rein, Harry!
Augen zu und durch. So gut. Wir brauchen mehr Dampf.
Okay.
Wir sind durch.
Ich denke gerade die ganze Zeit, den Bohrer drückt in die Bohrmaschine rein.
Sieht doch ein bisschen so aus.
Okay.
Aber es funktioniert.
Yeah, buddy.
Alright. Im Normalfall müsste ich jetzt hier durchkommen.
All or nothing.
So, das ist schon. Ich muss halt den Deckel zuerst durchkriegen.
Wir können schneiden und jetzt können wir ein bisschen auffangen.
Das ist wohl wahr.
Das ist jetzt nur das größte Problem.
Aber es müsste ziemlich genau passen. Ja! Ja! Ja, ja, ja! Mein eigenes kleines Ladefächle. Voll geil. Ist ja voll geil, hey!
Hey, voll geil, hey! You'll go nowhere, pal.
Let me stop you right here.
Stop! You're violating the law.
Wirklich. So. If it's stupid and it works, it ain't stupid. Hell yeah.
Hit it.
Smoke 'em.
Drück drauf, Ernie! Ja, drück drauf, Ernie!
Hey Leute,
Hey Leute!
was soll denn die langen Gesichter?
Nicht den Kopf verlieren!
Diese Szene ist so geil.
Also random einfach drin in dem Film.
Ja, diese Schrumpfköpfe tauchen auch nur einmal auf und das ist im selben Film, im tropfenden Kessel und danach nie wieder. Ne, nicht tropfenden Kessel, das ist in Hogsmeade, die Ding. Da sind diese Köpfe noch einmal und dann sprechen sie auch mit ihm und sagen, dass Hermine und Ron nicht rein dürfen, weil sie Kinder sind.
Ja.
Aber sonst tauchen die in diesem Film nicht mehr auf.
Ja. Kaputt.
Und jetzt habe ich das Kabel abknipst, naja.
Ja, machen wir das. Ja gut.
So. Let's see.
Smooth. Und ab. Oh shit.
It's charging. I don't know if you can actually see that. Let me see. Check. The bike is off. And now I'm gonna plug that in. Und we're charging. Hell yeah!
Was macht das, wenn du den Knopf drückst?
Dann macht es außen an. Oh, this actually has an on-off switch. Like now, it's off. Let's see that again in relation. Then push this little button. The green light comes up, and my phone starts charging. Okay,
Not bad for $26.
that's not bad for $26 at all. And I was thinking this was way too hard to do. And turns out, it's not. And it's not catching fire either, so I think we're good. I just have to get a longer USB-C cable. But that's not the worst problem.
Tomorrow.
It's the next day. And yeah, as you saw, the charging block or thing for the phone works. And today I'm gonna try two things. Let me show you. We got a tire, pretty big profile actually, so gonna be interesting how this actually drives. That's one part, and the other part is an oil change. And I'm gonna try to somehow do the oil change. Now, let me think. Because this oil filter, as you can see, has like a nut on it that I can actually like just screw open. So it's easy to do. The oil filter that's actually on here doesn't have that. So I'm gonna have to find a way to to open it up. And that actually is, let's see, it's down here somewhere. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There's the oil filter. And this one doesn't have that nut on it, so there has to be another way. Because I don't have like the actual tool to open up oil filters, which you would need for this. And somewhere down here there should be the screw to open, to drain the oil. Actually have to find where the screw is. It was somewhere, I think this is right here. It's on the other side actually. Okay. So maybe I'm starting with the wheel first. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Let's take a look at the wheel first, I guess. So because this thing has an actual drive shaft, the wheel is only mounted, sharpen, only is mounted on one side. It's a one arm swing, and here is nothing. So in my theory, I remove this cap, and there should be 5 bolts or something like that beneath that, and I can just remove the wheel. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just try to remove this cap and see what's behind that for now, because I am in a bit of a hurry. I got something to do in about an hour, and I don't know if I can finish up the oil change within an hour without knowing how to remove the oil filter. But I guess I can just like take a wrench and remove it, because I have a new oil filter. I don't need the old one. But let's start with this. Huh. Not what I expected. I just had a thought. So it might be wise to start with the oil change. First, because I don't know how to open this up exactly, so it's a good start. And second, because if I remove this wheel, I won't be able to move the bike around anymore. So I started using my brain because I will probably need to move my bike around again for the oil change. So I think I actually will start with that. We'll figure it out somehow, I hope. We'll end up somewhere. And you're gonna find out soon.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, I just left the bike running so it could warm up a little. It's actually recommended to drive the bike, but it's like 10 degrees out, so I'm not gonna drive the bike right now. So I just like left it running for a few minutes, so the oil actually has some temperature. Because if it's like 10 degrees, if the oil has 10 degrees, it will flow really slowly. That's why you should actually drive your vehicles slowly when you're warming them up. So yeah, I warmed it up, and I'm now gonna remove the drain screw and hope that actually something comes out. Wish me luck.
Jetzt weer rauw, ne?
Jetzt kriegt meine Lust dann wieder runter. Komm! Ja, super.
Das was Ding ist.
Ich brauche eine kleinere.
Was brauchst du haben, ne?
Nein, ich brauche eine kleinere Rätsche.
Kleinere, ja. Kleinere kommst mit der kleinere hin.
Ja, es dreht sich ja jetzt schon. Warte. Brauchst nicht suchen, es passt. Warte, ich nehme Luft zuerst. Das. Was auch immer da schon drin ist. Ja, ist warm.
Okay. Was ist jetzt eine Sache für Abputzen?
Das ging ziemlich schnell.
Jetzt brauchen wir Zange für das Ding.
Da liegt sie. Habe ich. Slowly but surely. Okay, that's the old oil taken care of mostly. So we removed the drain screw, removed the filter, opened up the intake for the oil, so actually air can come in from above, and now we should be mostly empty of all the old oil. Now I'm gonna put on the new filter and look for the torque specs on this, because they have to be torqued specifically, and then put in the new drain plug or screw, because this old one won't be come in there anymore. And make sure to actually get a new copper fitting, as you can see, hopefully you can see right here. Get a new one. It costs like €2 or $2. So yeah, it's definitely worth it. You don't want this like dripping oil in front of your rear wheel while driving. So yeah, just spend those $2. Then we're gonna fill in the new oil. And that's essentially it. Then we should be done. So let's see. It's for the new drain screw. It's gonna be 35 Newton meter, or something in between 30 and 35. Should be good. And for the oil filter, it's gonna be 20 Newton meters of torque. And as you can see, there is this little nut on top, so you can actually just screw it in like with a regular wrench and open it up again. So yeah, I guess I can recommend K&N for that because it's just useful. And it's already oiled up, like this sealing ring, the rubber sealing ring that's on here, that's already oiled up. In some cases you might want to oil this up on your own if it's not done before. But in this one it is, so yeah, that's actually good. So I suppose I'm just gonna screw this in. Alright. And I'm gonna screw this in. Do I have my cloth somewhere? I do not. There it is. Clean this up. And put in the screw. And clean the screw afterwards. Okay. We should have no more drippage and leakage. Now comes the torque specs. That's very small. I'm doing this now without Newton meter, like without a torque wrench. Not recommended. Do this at your own risk. Use a torque wrench, but I don't have the right nut for it on there. So yeah, don't be like me. Okay. Should actually work, but I'm gonna like check this afterwards. I'm just gonna fill up the oil now, and don't drive the bike until I check the Newton meter specs on the oil filter and the drain screw, because I don't want oil coming out of this bike when I only have one tire in the rear. So yeah, be careful when it comes to stuff like that. You don't want to crash because of something that stupid. But I guess you don't want to crash at all. Hopefully. So I in this case have an oil dipstick, which is pretty unusual for bikes nowadays. So usually you have like a little window on the side of the engine here that like shows you how much oil you have in there. For that you have to keep the bike like straight, so if you have a center stand like I do, that's fine. Otherwise you want to get like this this workshop stand where you center the rear wheel or something like that. But yeah, this bike should take up to 2.5 liters of oil, so I'm gonna put in like around 2 liters and then start measuring so I don't get too much oil in the engine. And be careful on which oil to use. In this case it's 10W40 part synthetic, because this bike needs that for some reason. And yes, there's a difference between synthetic oils, non-synthetic oils and part synthetic oils. So we're now about 3.5 liters, so I'm gonna put in about 1.5 now, carefully. So we are now pretty much 2 liters in. And let's measure. The newer system with the window is actually pretty good, because you can just like check your oil while driving if you have another person riding next to you. So yeah, neo bikes turn out to be more convenient than like 30-year-old bikes. I actually have to clean this off to see something. We should be able to check if I can actually screw this in again. I can just see myself screwing this up. Okay. Let's see. Bone dry. So put in more oil. Let's check again. As you can see, hopefully you can see it. There's a little bit on the tippy top of that. So I'm gonna put in a little something more. I think now you can see it like just a tip. And there's the other marking, so I'm gonna like try to get it in the middle. Which should not take too much oil. Should be good. Better measure once more. Then one time too little, too less. I don't know. Yeah, just what I wanted. Just in the middle, like it's running down now, but yeah, it's just now reaching the marking, so I think we're good. I don't want to get the engine too full of oil. So yeah, just try to get it not too full, not too empty, just in between the markings is where it works for me. And now I can actually find out if this engine like burns oil. I don't think it does, because it's a Japanese V twin, but we're gonna find out. Okay, and I guess that's the oil change done. Pretty good.
Day 3.
So to remove the rear wheel, I can only do the preparation now, is removing the splint, which has 2 ends. I bent the first one, which was bent inward to the middle, bent it outward a little bit, and the other one is back here. And I'm gonna try to get them together so I can pull it out slowly and easily. Hopefully that works. Should not be that hard to do. The other problem is that the nut that's under there is a 27 mil, and I don't have a 27 mil. I just looked everywhere, and since I'm busy this weekend, I won't be able to film removing it completely. So should be coming out now with a little bit of persuasion. Now, come on. Now, come on. Just a little bit further. Like you need controlled force for this. To not break it, but make it work. Yes. And here we go. Splint removed, which is basically the security for this wheel to not fall off. So we're gonna put this in again. Well, yeah, and then get a 27 mil. I only have a 24. And well, you would put it on here, screw it counterclockwise while pressing on the rear brake, and then the wheel should come off. It's easy as that, if we have the tools for it. So I'm gonna try to remove the front wheel. Hopefully I can do that with regular tools, because I don't think a 27mm is a regular tool, at least in most like wrenching kits. 27mm is not included. I just looked for through 5 of them, so in those 5 it's not. Life is like that. So if you want to change the rear wheel of an Honda NTV 650 Revere, get a 27mm and keep the splint. That's important. Okay, so it turns out you gotta loosen the big screw on this side. It's a 22mm with a little bit of force, and then open up those 4 screws, 2 on this side, 2 on the other side. That is 12mm, and then get something that fits through the axle or through this shaft thing and twist it open slowly, like this. Be careful, don't hurt yourself, don't flip the bike or something. Just like that. And well, keep this thing. It's actually a little bit like wider than I expected. And now, if I see correctly, I should be able... Oh, there's a little like stopper thing so the wheel can't go up any further. So now I just tilt the bike a little bit backwards and I should be able to pull out the wheel to the front. And yeah, I just made a little clip of my rear wheel and how that looks. So it's about high time I get my wheels changed. So yeah, front wheel easy enough, rear wheel needs the 27mm. Well, progress. Slowly but surely. Okay, got the wheel out. Well, maybe you should get something to balance it on before you do like stuff like I did. Okay, good thing those wood blocks were there. Don't move too much. Good thing we have some old license plates lying around here. Okay. Well, front wheel removed successfully. Interested to see if I will ever get it back together again? We will find out some way or another. And if you were thinking, looks kind of stupid now. Well, it is what it is. Is this hand actually gonna keep this up? Might be going a little bit higher than that, just to be safe that this doesn't like flip, because the car is there and this car will be standing next to it as well. Well, if you were wondering where I get my tires put on, or how I get my tires put onto those wheels, I'm gonna have somebody else do it, of course. easy route. I just don't have a clue how to mount tires, 2 wheels, so or 2 rims. So I'm just gonna let somebody else do it that knows how to, because I'm just in a hurry at this point. But yeah, as you can see, like, this tire doesn't have much profile left, and yeah, well, since we're going to the Alps and the weather may be bad, not gonna risk it. And just so you know, this tire is the way worse one. I just came home with this tire and thought it was way more slippery than I had remembered it, and well, it turns out I was right. This tire is done for. It won't be driven any more, like even 1 meter. This tire is done. Well, I guess we could do some 20 centimeters here, that's okay. But like, yeah, if your tire looks like that, you need to get it changed, like, for real. I'm glad I actually saw that. And this just didn't appear any earlier. And a good thing that I was driving mostly on the like on corners, on the sides of the tire, because this is like really bad. If you can see the fiber through your tire, you need to get them changed, like the express way. That's for your car and for your bike. This ain't good. And I'm really glad I'm gonna get some new tires on here. So yeah, but I'm gonna leave this here for now. Yeah, as I said, I'm gonna be busy for the weekend with a lot of like appointments and stuff and things to do. So yeah, I'm gonna see you again when I have the tires on my wheels, and yeah, I'm gonna be remounting the wheels to the bike, and then, well, the next video will be the tour, or the first video from the tour, where the weather will be interesting. It's set to rain the first 2 days, and that's gonna be a bit rough. Well, let's see. We're gonna be surprised by it. So yeah, see you in like 1.5 days. Peace.
Day 4.
Okay, it's the end of the weekend, Sunday. What is that? 3:10. So yeah, the new wheels, not new tires actually, are on. We don't see any threads lurking through, and get some profile as well. On the front, the same thing. So yeah, should be good to go. Just gotta be careful to like drive in the new tires, because they might be a little bit slippery, but that will be not that big of an issue. Just keep it in mind. Well, so yeah, since the wheels are on, the oil change is done. I think the last thing to do is take care of the mount for the phone. And for that, I got some stuff ready. Because as you have seen earlier, we got, I could actually just can remove that. We got the charging option here. So now we have to like lay a cable somewhere under here, because the phone will be mounted up here. There will be a mount for this. Since I have the sporty version of a steering system, I don't have like the bar going through anywhere, so I just can't buy the regular mount, like something like this, which is probably the easiest. But yeah, I can't buy that, so I'm gonna resort to mounting it up here, because this is like the only place I can actually fixate it, because this phone is not that small. So yeah, this will be in the wind quite a lot, which helps for cooling. That's good, because the last tour we had overheating problems with that. But yeah, it should be mounted like securely, because it should not move around or fall down even. So yeah, I'm gonna take care of that. But first, I just want to talk about how to put on the wheels again. It's pretty, for the back one, it's pretty simple. I just push it back on here, get the 27mm and tighten it down with 110 Newton meters. At least that's what I got from the Google search. Pull in the splint. You might have to adjust the screw a little bit in the front, to the front or to the back, so the splint actually fits through the openings. Yeah, split it open. One side comes back over the screw, the other one goes inward, so the splint can't fall out. And that's basically it. For the back one, put on the cap again, you're done. For the front one, it was not that easy, because you remove the brake disc with the wheel, and you remove your ABS sensor. That's this thing down here. Let me actually get a light, because there is some stuff that yeah, you should take care of, or take a special look at when you're doing stuff like that. Because, well, if you lose a tire on your car, it sucks, and it is dangerous as well, but you might still be able to like come to a stop and get it fixed again. If you lose a bike, if you lose a tire on a bike or a wheel, you're pretty much done for. So yeah, be extra secure with stuff like that. So yeah, we got, oh, actually just got worthwhile looking at. You see this little bar here, this is the ABS sensor, and there is a little like knob sticking out up here. Let me, this one, the upper one, and those actually should be touching. So I'm gonna loosen the screw on the other side and just tilt this back until those two touch. At least that's how it was mounted before, so I'm gonna do that again. Yeah, but what I actually wanted to say was, when you put in this wheel back here, do yourself a favor. Let me see if I can actually show you. Yeah, do yourself a favor and remove this screw and just remove the brake caliper completely, like to the back, so you can actually get this, get the bar through the wheel again, and yeah, you don't struggle as much with putting the disc between the brake caliper while trying to fit the wheel in all of this. So yeah, just remove this screw and this screw, move this whole caliper back, or just tilt it back, strap it to something up here, and you are doing yourself a big favor in changing this wheel. And don't forget this little metal thing in between the wheel and the I just want to say strut tower. It's not a strut tower. Between the damper, basically. This little metal thing here. Important to put in. It only fits in one way, so it's not that hard to put in. So yeah, that's basically it. Tighten everything down securely, and take a look at your tachometer sensor, because I'm gonna tilt this back to its original position, because yeah, you want to know how fast you're going, especially in a different country where the fees or the fines that you get for speeding are a little bit more expensive than in your regular country, so take care of that. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and afterwards we're gonna try to put on the phone mount and get the charging cable going, so we are ready for the tour tomorrow. It's starting tomorrow, less than 24 hours from now, so yeah. Gonna be interesting. The weather will be, well, challenging, to say the least. So yeah, I'm thinking this won't be any wellness cruising around tour. It's gonna be more like an adventure, which still will be fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But first, gonna have to get the work done. we got the quad lock system. Well, probably for the sole reason that this brake reservoir mount like actually is able to get like 7 centimeters between the screws. And since I have a pretty big brake mount, brake reservoir mount, brake reservoir, actually, just, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully this fits. This is the biggest one I could find. Was not that cheap, so yeah. I'm gonna hope that this is good and actually does what it's advertised to. Okay, we got the screws, got an imbus, we got the actual mount. Can actually tighten this down properly. That's cool. And I should somehow be able to like pull these two apart long enough to mount to the brake reservoir somehow. Just not sure how that is done. Maybe I should read up on the instructions. Okay, I watched the video and now I'm gonna figure this out. Supposedly there is a screw that holds this down. And this should be long enough. I'm pretty sure that this is long enough for the mounting mechanism, but well, I'm gonna find out in a few minutes. Because yeah, I didn't actually measure how far away those two screw holes are on my bike. I just know it's a lot. So yeah, let's take a look. Alright, one screw here and one screw here. Is this wide enough? Just wide enough. I think this. Okay, let's see. It might actually just fit like perfectly. So we remove the screws. Get the longer ones, hopefully the same size. And now comes the interesting part. I think it's literally millimeters away from being either fitting perfectly or being just too small. I really hope it does. This thing cost me like way too much money to not fit now. How do I tilt this? Will it fit? Find out on the next episode. That would be a cliffhanger if I've ever seen one. I think I have to like loosen this more to be able to twist this around. It just fits. Jesus Christ. Good. Good to know. If I had taken the other one, I don't know what it was, SP lock or something. SP Connect, I think something like that was the other brand that is like pretty known for phone mounts, like extra sturdy phone mounts. Yeah. So this that other one did not have this far of a reach. It was only like 6.2 or 6.3 centimeters, I think. And this was listed with 7. So yeah, I needed the full 7. Okay, I have this twisted around. I have to actually like consider how I will be sitting on the bike. I think like that's not that bad. Let me see. This phone's like here. That's pretty good. I think something like that should be comfortable. I can adjust afterwards, obviously. down the screws a little bit more because I don't want to lose my phone or the brake caliper cover. Brake caliper, brake reservoir cover. Okay, it's pretty good for the actual phone cover, because this it mounts like that and it's on pretty tight. Maybe a little bit too tight. Okay, so the mechanism is pretty easy to understand, I think. Like there's this locking mechanism, which is like a really hard cover, and that locks into this place and is fixated by the spring basically pushing this up and toward the solid mounted plate, basically. So yeah, I'm gonna take out my phone of its original cover, put it into this, and this looks to be fine. I have like a protection thing for the camera that might actually fit in here. So yeah, maybe I will use this as well because it will be sitting in the window otherwise. And now I push it down, lock it in, and it should be sitting pretty tight. Okay, not that bad. It's pretty good, in my opinion. And then I can like put on Google Maps like this and be like actually knowing how where to go, and won't have any overheating issues because basically the phone is now air cooled. And I can move like the whole steering of the bike with my phone, so I suppose it is pretty tight. We will still see on how like actually sturdy this is mounted. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this on here while we're driving on the autobahn to Austria, because well, it is the autobahn and there is not many directions to choose, and I think we would be fine with only like audio navigation through that. But yeah, like as soon as we hit the mountains to drive over to Italy, then we will need the phone or the navigation. Okay, let me see. Let's do like the actual test, and then it would look something. Okay, takes a little getting used to. Nah, come on. And maps would look something like that. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Now we'll get to the charging thing, because now I have to get the USB cables or something like that. I think the easiest way to do it is to plug it into the phone, which I did the mount first. Why I did the mount first. I'm gonna plug this in here, and now I'm gonna try to figure out how to like actually move the cable to the charging thing, which should not be that hard because it's like a USB-C to C thing. So yeah, I don't have like a big connection brick that won't fit through anything. And I got a braided cable, just in the hope of this being like more weatherproof than a non-braided one, because it will be raining and stuff. So yeah, I hope this actually helps somewhat. I'm gonna find out. It's like this. Charging is here. So I can plug it in, activate it, and my phone starts charging. So far, so good. I don't know if I just saw like my phone triggering it, but yeah, now my phone is charging. And now I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this cable to the front without burning it off on the engine or anything like that. I think I got it. I just have to like see if I have enough length going through to the front, and then I should actually be pretty good when it comes to mounting those cables. Yeah, I don't see any big issues. Like here is it's pretty close to the engine here. It's like 1 finger thick as well. The distance between the cable and the engine head. But that should be fine in my opinion. I'm gonna tighten this down here. Cut it off obviously. Yeah, okay, pretty good. Not too bad. For a guy that like has no idea about wrenching on bikes. So I'm just gonna check again if I have enough room to steer. Because yeah, when you're driving slow or slower, even on a bike you actually have to steer or move. But other than the bike moving around, I understand. It's not stretching or caught in anything. It still has play here a little, so it's not like stretched to any limit. Okay, so yeah, preparation is done. Well, preparations are done. We got some new tires, we got the phone mount, we got the charging option. I got some stuff actually. I still have some stuff. I got some like bags for the side of the bike. Those I'm gonna throw on. Well, actually I'm gonna pack my stuff and then throw them on. And I got a GoPro to actually film while driving. I'm still gonna have to figure out something for the microphone because the GoPro 12 doesn't have a microphone jack for regular microphones. So I might be forced to figure something out in that regard. But other than that, I think I'm pretty much done. Got some gloves, some proper gloves, so I can actually feel my hands while driving, even if it gets colder. Got a new visor for my helmet, so I actually see stuff even if light's coming toward me. Gonna pack some warm clothes. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna like throw on my bags on the bike, and then next video we'll be driving. We'll be driving far. Stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned for the tour videos. We'll be actually driving through Austria and Italy, through the mountains, and yeah, take a look at how that goes. At this point, obviously, I don't know because the tour is happening tomorrow, so I can't spoil you anything. But yeah, we're gonna find out. You is the same way as me. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. Bye bye.